Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, so placement. It's all about placement on this one because there is that big old high mohawk that he's got. I'm drawing the traditional mohawk looking one. So 2, yeah, from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when he got his old connector, you know, that little piece. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. You know what I'm doing. You've seen the picture. You know why you're here. I feel like I'm explaining it to you, but you've already seen it, right? It's hard for me to get my head around that you're watching this in the future for me, though I'm in the past for you. So I'm explaining it like you don't know what I'm talking about, but you already saw it in the picture. You know exactly what it's gonna look like. So it just always makes me laugh when I don't quite grasp that. Oh yeah. You've already seen it. You've been there. So anyway, yeah, so you get it. But anyway, because of that, I got to make him a little bit smaller than normal just to make sure I leave room for that that mohawk, you know? And that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you gotta prepare for you know, altered looks. Okay, and let's see, let's stick his hand out. I'm putting him in kind of an action pose. Oh, and you know what else I'm gonna do? Well, yes, you do know. Again, you've already seen this, you know where you are. So I'm gonna try to leave room for the arrow. So I wanna not connect some of these things. So you'll see. So the way I did it, the way I did what you've already seen, again, it's hard for me to understand, is I didn't draw all the lines. And I'll show you how. Not only did I do it, I'm going to teach you how I did it. Okay, so the spacing or the sketch worked out, so I'm going to add some detail now. So just bear with me while I get ready for this. Let's see. He's got a lot of detail, so that's the other thing I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to add and what I'm not going to add, because we're not going to do everything. But I need to add enough to, you know, get the look of the character down. And make him very specific, right? It's hard though, because I can't see everything that's on him. But I can get it for the most part. Okay, so also, I'm sorry, I'm adding detail, and when I add detail, sometimes I get super quiet. So I don't mean to get real quiet, but it happens. Right, Looks good. Looks good. I really like where this sketch is going so far. So that's a plus. That's a bonus. You know, you gotta always like what you're doing, and sometimes it flows pretty well. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll take me too long to do a drawing, and I'll kind of get a little frustrated because you know, we got X amount of hours we want to do, or X amount of minutes I want to spend on this because I want to get to the Sharpie portion for everybody. But I got to get it right. You know, that's the other thing, is I'm not too concerned with how long it takes me. I mean, I do try because I know I don't want to make an hour-long video because you got stuff to do. I get it. You know, not everybody wants to watch me draw for an hour. You know, I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe we need to talk about that. We need to figure out what you guys like and what you don't, and you know what everybody would like to see. But anyway, yeah. So until we have that discussion, you know, I try not to make these videos longer than 30 minutes. It gets around 32, 31 sometimes. I get it. It happens. But you know, like I said, we all got stuff to do. All right, I think that'll work. Let me draw a face for him real quick. And I've said this before, and I'm going to continue to say it all the time. I am not a caricature artist. I cannot make it look like the actual actors, actresses, and people that portray characters in movies. I'm not good at that. And like even now, this is getting smaller to fit, so it's even harder to get this stuff to fit in here. So I'll do my best. Old Michael Rooker. I can't quite make it look like Michael Rooker, so I'm okay with that. And hopefully you are too. Let's see, what else? I think we're good. I think I am comfortable with the way he looks. I think I'm ready to start erasing. And we're going to welcome everybody to skit. Boy, it's hard to see. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, so it looks good to me. So now I got to think about the arrow. So the arrow, I'm going to do, in my sketch, I kind of put it like this. Kind of flying up. And I think I'm going to stick with that. Now, again, you've obviously seen what I've done with the color. And so, yeah, the you know, the way they have it traced in the air, I like that. So I kind of want to do it. Let's see, we'll make it go through like this. So I got to make sure when I draw through like that, I don't draw through right there, because I want color to do it, and the color's not going to stay over the black Sharpie. So this is where it's going to get tricky, but I'm going to see what I can do, and you'll know in the end whether I pulled it off or not, because you'll see it in the color. I mean, in the end picture, right? The what's it called? The thumbnail. Okay, so I'm going to erase some of this because I don't need all these lines to stand out. I just need a Sharpie to stand out. This just to guide me. That sketch worked out really well. I kind of wish I could keep going with the pencil on that because it worked good. And the Sharpie's good too. But sometimes you're very proud of stuff, and I was proud of that one. So let's see if I can be proud of this Sharpie too. Alright, I'm ready. I'm going to switch over to Sharpie and welcome everybody that skipped and get us all going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly a fine point, but a pen's a little finer than a fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but left myself enough to guide me with these Sharpies. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen and work on some of the fine detail of the face. Now, he's a little bit smaller than normal because I had to fit in his fin, his little headpiece. So I'm getting even smaller now, and I've got him kind of turned this way a little bit. And also, I've got his arrow flying out, so I'm not going to connect some of these lines so color can flow through. You'll see. So for the head, I'm going to go ahead and draw the top of the lids like this. The other one like that. And again, it's so tiny. All I can really do is add a little bit of detail, and color is going to have to take care of the rest. So I'm going to come in like that for the eye. Can't really even do much on this side, and leave it like that. That's about it. So I can come down for the bridge of the nose just a little bit, like that. We'll do this side over here like that. And that's all I want to do because, like I said, there's only so much I'm going to get in here. And only so much detail I'm going to get to add. So, let's go ahead and draw his mouth too. We're going to give him a little bit of a, not a smile, but he's got like a pitted edges of his mouth that kind of stand out as very Michael Rooker. So I'm going to kind of do that. Let's draw the top lip if we can. No, let's not draw the top lip. I'm going to do that with color. But I'll draw the bottom. Just a little like that. Again, color's going to really make it stand out. So I'm only going to do so many lines to make it look like him. And he's got a very specific, like double face line that really stands out, so I wanted to add that. So I know it's very blank right now, but once we add color, it's really going to stand out. So I'm going to add some chin lines, some chin hairs, like that. And I'm going to start to thicken up the outer edge too. So as I'm working on his face, I'm going to add thickness to it, okay? Let's do both sides just so you see where we are. But the reason I'm doing that is because when I switch over to the big Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference. And so I'm kind of prepping for how that's going to look. Let's see, he's got like lines under his eyes too. Let's see if we can do that. Just subtle, little, that's it. You know what? That's all I want to do. Color should do the rest of it. I don't want to do more. I want to, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? Okay, so for his ears, I'm just going to do something like this. And again, do the outer edge. And I'll work on the side of his head. You can only see so much of the ear on that one. So now I'm going to draw his big old round head. So I'll come up here like this. Not as round as I hoped, but hey, it works. Alright, so that's where his fin's going to be. So let me draw the back side up here. I want to draw so much over here, so let's do that. Let's do a little bit of like that, just to give us the edge of the head, you know? Alright, so there's the other part of his old round dome, and he's got a very, very beautifully round head. I don't know if that's all the makeup and whatnot, but it's a beautiful round head. Pay attention to people's heads. Not everybody's is perfectly round like that. That's why I'm saying that. I know it sounds strange. It's like, whoa, he's really in love with that head. Not everybody has a nice round head. That's what I'm saying. He's very, very distinct. So I'm acknowledging that. I'm giving him props. Props for such a beautiful round head. Okay. So here's the fin. Let's go ahead and draw it. I'm going to go ahead and use the smaller Sharpie to draw it. I'm going to add just a little bit of detail. And come in here and do this edge. this with the front. Like that. And again, I'm thickening it up just a little bit. Alright, I think that's great. I think it's time to move on to the big Sharpie. So, oh, you know what? No. Before I forget, I'm going to draw the arrow real fast. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it. I think that's good enough. Because the way I'm going to do the color, I just wanted to make sure I put that there before I forget. Because, like I said, it's very specific what I'm going to do. And if I don't remember, it's not going to work out the way I want. Okay? Awesome. Okay, so let's see if we can do his costume with all the detail in it. It's going to be kind of hard because he's got a lot of detail, but I'm going to try to make it work. So he's got a big old scarf. That's an ascot, basically, all turned in. It's a very cool type of not really handkerchief, but not really a tie. Very elegant is what it is. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to space this out because there's so much to do. Because we want to draw what's in front first. So let's draw his coat. That's in front. Coming down to his hand right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw the other edge of it. See, yeah, like this. Look, he's got more arrows on his shoulder, so I gotta do that first. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's with this tiny Sharpie, because they're so tiny. But again, I don't want to draw through it, so I just want to make sure that I draw them first. Okay, and then the holder is going to be something like this. Again, there's a lot of detail that we don't really have time to specifically draw it all, but we want to draw some. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this arm since we're here, and then we'll work our way back. So I'm going to draw some bends and folds because his arm's holding up his sleeve, or his jacket. You know, because he's holding it out for the arrow to fly out, and come down here for the edge of the jacket. And I'm going to do a lot of creases and folds. I just wanted to do that first. So his fingers are over, holding the jacket. All right, I'm going to come back in and start adding some of that detail. So we'll say the knuckles are up here like this. And that's all we can see of that hand, okay? Like the thumbs on the other side is what I'm trying to say because of the way he's holding his jacket. Let me add all this detail. Detail, yeah, I'm trying to think of a better word, but yeah, just creases and folds just to show the extent of his jacket being all bunched up right there. Okay, so like I said, we're going to come back and add just a little bit of detail. We'll just do something like I don't want to go too crazy, but I don't want to leave it just blank because there's just so much hanging off and accented right there. All right, so he's got some straps and stuff coming over. So I'm just trying to play around with like the way it would look just to give us some specifics. Because it's a very unique strap, and it's in front of, and this is what I'm talking about, there's a lot of detail, so I'm trying to figure out what to draw. It's in front of the flap that is jacket. So see, there's a lot I'm trying to unpack here, basically. Okay, so let's do this side of the jacket, then we'll work our way down again, all right? So there's his neck, there's this edge of the coat, and it's gonna come down here, like that. Oh, I already messed up. I already didn't do what I was saying I was gonna do. So let's see how I can do this. Let's see. You know what, before I do that arm, I wanna do this because I wanna make sure I don't draw through where the arrow is gonna be. So I already messed up there, but that's okay. I'm just gonna come down here and do like this. Let's see, it's gonna flow up, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw the belt like this, but I'm gonna leave spots open like that. So basically I want the arrow to fly through there like that, and I don't want the black of the Sharpie to get in the way. So that's why I'm just kind of leaving it open and leaving a space for where it's gonna be. All right, so let's just draw some of that belt. And then I'll try to remember. So here, let's do like the flap is coming over like this. Again, it's gonna stop right there. And let's see. This is also kind of gonna guide me that I have to do it right here. I have to do it this way because of the way that I'm specifically adding in these straps, or not connecting it right here. Like, it has to flow through. So it's good. It's good to you know, get some guidance, some planning. It's just too bad that I forgot it right there. Oh well, that's what happens. You know, it can't be perfect. But see, it's like that. We're just gonna do a subtle little, you know, whoop, and that's it. But it's going to be, you know, it's planned out specifically to look like that, so that's why I wanted to make sure that it happens. All right, so here we go. Now I can add the rest of it. I got to make sure I don't do it in his arm, so let me do his arm right there too. If I'm going to flow this way, I'm going to go like that. I'm going to stop right there. All right, so let me do his sleeve or his shoulder like that. Then I'm going to draw his sleeve down to about right there. Same thing with this side, about right there. Come down like that. So something like that. That way I can leave room for the flow of the red color that I'm going to add for his arrow. So there you go, just like that. That's why I'm leaving it open and blank, because it's going to flow through, okay? So let's draw his sleeve. Something like that. Add some creases and folds. And now let me draw his hand. Alright, so his hand I'm just going to have out like that. Nothing too crazy. We're going to draw the thumb down here like this. I'm going to draw the index finger up like that. The other fingers are basically behind it, so all we really have to do is draw what we can see. Oops. Like that. So yeah, see, when you do the hand like that, you're pretty much, you know, setting that, okay, that's all I'm going to draw, so we're set. Let me just clean some of this up. It came out a little pointy in parts. The hand's not really pointy, right? All right. Okay, so let me draw his little holster here for the arrow, so we know where it's coming out and where it's going to flow up. Okay, so now we're just gonna draw legs. Legs and boots. Okay, I'm gonna put the boots right about there. Let's go ahead and draw his inner thigh like that. Creases for the pants. Like that. And I had the same problem, well not problem, but the same situation with Quill, or Star-Lord, is that there's not a lot on the pants. You know, it's mostly color and design. So, you know, there's just pretty much just leaving it open for the way the pattern is. But I like to draw a lot of creases and folds in the crotch, because that's where your pants get a lot of bends, because of the way you're constantly moving, you know? Same thing with the knee. The knee, you get a lot of movement too. So there you go. Alright, so I'm going to draw his boots, and then we'll finish up the jacket. I just want to make sure I draw this first, because the jacket flows back behind it. So for the boots, it's just space boots. Nothing too crazy. Okay, I'm going to add some detail there in a second. Let's just go ahead and do both of them. Then we'll come back and add all the detail. Okay, that's a little bumpier than I was planning, but hey, it worked out. Alright, so for his boots, let's just do like some kind of, you know, space detail. It's not really armor, it's like and it's not really plating, but it's just like a what's the word I'm looking for? A layered boot. Really, that's about it. That's the best way I can describe it. It's got a certain layered look to it. There we go. So there's the boots. So let's finish up the coat. We're done. All right. So I'm gonna have it flowing back this way, kind of up and open, coming down, gonna flow back up this way. Because you gotta imagine that it's going back there to that, right? That's why you flow it back like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.